Y'all need to stop paying photographers and take your pictures yourself. Okay? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, hi, I'm Chidera Agoha and this is my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys tips and tricks on how I take, pictures by myself, how I invest in myself creatively, and how I avoid, spending money. I know a lot of people want to create stuff. They want to put stuff out there, whether it be on Instagram, YouTube, but they just can't afford the help that they want, the help that they need. And by help, I mean, photographers, or just paying people to help them, photographers and videographers, and just paying anyone to help them generally. So I'm just going to be telling you guys and showing you guys some ways that you can help yourself, because at the end of the day, you have to invest in yourself. You have to carry yourself properly in certain situations to get to where you're going to. And although we do need help, and we do need certain people to do things for us eventually, it shouldn't be a determinant to your success. It shouldn't affect the way that you start out your business, you start out your content, your, whatever it is you want to put out there. So I hope that this tips and just ways and my advice helps you guys, and, gives you that extra push, extra push that you need to just step out there, because let's be honest, it's not cheap, okay? Photographers are expensive. They are, but they do have to eat at the same time, okay? They have to pay their rent, they have to pay their bills. But if you can do something yourself, I'm a firm believer of, if you can do something yourself, do it. If you can save yourself the time, save yourself the money, do it, okay? You don't have to wait for anyone to do something for you. But without further ado, guys, let's get right into this video, and I hope you do enjoy. I do a variety of things. I shoot content for Instagram, or I create content for Instagram, I create content for YouTube. I do a majority of it by myself. I recently, just got a photographer just because I can afford one now. But prior to that, I did a majority of the things by myself. I took my pictures by myself. When my friends could help, they would help me. But at the same time, I got frustrated with not being able to pay or not being able to afford a photographer, and just wanting to put out content regardless. So I decided, to save up and then invest in myself. I, went out of my way. I got a couple things, and I'm still getting things for myself, to be very honest with you. But a lot of the things that I have right now, I had to save up for them and gradually buy them, not all at once, because that would have been too much. I know that we all want to put out quality content, and when I say quality, I mean, high definition photos, high definition videos, but you have to start from somewhere. You don't have to wait to, be able to afford a photographer for you to put out content. You can't start from somewhere. You can do things yourself. And so I want this video to encourage you guys to do that. So for me, I, started off taking pictures on Instagram. And I wanted that, high definition I wanted high definition pictures and videos. And so the first thing I wanted to do after creating so long on an iPhone, literally I created on an iPhone for 3 years. I think I created my YouTube videos on an iPhone for 3 years. I took my pictures for Instagram on an iPhone for 3 years. And, after doing that, and I kept doing it, I wanted to be consistent with that, and it didn't discourage me. I didn't even let it discourage me. Yes, when you're starting out YouTube, you want everything to be perfection, but at the same time, you also have to work with what you have. And so starting up for me, the first thing, after using an iPhone for so long, I decided to save up to get my first camera. That is the first thing that I invested in. So, I guess my first tip for you guys is, whatever phone, whatever gadget you have that you can create with, start with that, and then save up for the more expensive stuff, because cameras are expensive. To upgrade your camera is expensive. Lenses are expensive. So as you are creating content and, working on yourself, definitely save up for that. So the first thing I bought myself was a camera. Now, with the camera I got at the time, it didn't have the flip feature, so it was really difficult for me to record videos and also make sure that, you know, it was in focus. That was very challenging for me. And so, you know, I kept that camera. I still continued using it to take pictures and videos. It was still working, even though for the video aspect it was a struggle. But, you know, I still kept on using that and decided to save for a more expensive camera. Now, the other thing I wanted to get, or the other thing I ended up getting, is a tripod. This was the second thing that I bought myself because, as I said, I was creating most of my content by myself, and so with the tripod I didn't necessarily have to stack books anymore. I know, like, you know, as you grow you would want to improvise and stuff like that, but as I started, you know, saving money, I was able to afford a tripod. I didn't have to stack books anymore or just, you know, place my camera on my phone somewhere random to take my pictures. So that was the next thing I invested in, a tripod, and it's been working fantastically for me, if that's even a word, but it's been working really well for me. All I have to do is just attach my camera to it. And another thing, I got a tripod, but I also got a mount, a phone mount. You can order anyone on Amazon, really. And I decided to get that for, you know, times where I want to use my phone, because I do have an iPhone, and iPhone camera qualities are good as well. So I got a phone mount for the tripod, and so that was the second thing that I purchased. And, you know, they're really good investing, guys. You know, as you grow as a content creator, you have to save and, you know, invest in yourself. So those are the two first things that I got. And, you know, as the years went by, I worked with what I had, really. If I wanted to record videos for YouTube and I didn't have a backdrop like I do have now, I would look for a neutral tone background to shoot in, or a place that was quiet, a place that had minimal things going on in the background to shoot in. Even for pictures, I would look for a minimal tone background to create my videos and create my content in. Now to locations for potential shoots that you may have, or just content that you want to create for yourself. For me, I hope that people can relate. Some people can relate to this, but I'm a little bit shy when it comes to shooting for, you know, my socials. I'm shy when it comes to shooting in public places, and especially when I have to shoot it by myself. So what I do is try and look for locations that are on private property, and locations that are very aesthetically pleasing. Okay, you don't just want to take your picture anywhere. I don't know if you care about that, but I care about where I take my pictures. I don't just want to take my pictures anywhere random. So I look for places that are, you know, strictly private policy. So what am I saying? Strictly places that are private property, because I have been to public places and I have been harassed in public places before. So I'd rather not, and I was with a friend at the time, so I'd rather not do it by myself, like shoot at a public place by myself. So I pick places like my school, for example, because I know, you know, there's security around. I know that there's professors around, people to, you know, be there if, you know, anything were to happen, God forbid. School compound is definitely one of the favorite places I like to shoot in the city. It has a lot of greenery. It has a lot of neutral tone backgrounds. It's very aesthetically pleasing. There's a lot of space, there's a lot of privacy. I don't have to worry about people looking at me, staring at me, wondering what I'm doing, thinking I'm crazy. So that is something I would definitely recommend. If you're shy like me, then look for places like that you know that when you're alone, you're going to feel safe. Like when I'm shooting on my school property, I feel very safe. And so I'm always like 100% confident in shooting there, and I try to pick backgrounds that match, you know, my outfit. And one thing with creating content by yourself, you have to plan. Don't just do things last minute. If not, you will feel very anxious and your content won't always come out the best. So I plan ahead. I plan how many outfits I'm going to shoot, where I'm going to shoot those outfits, and, you know, just think strategically of, you know, the outfits and the background, and how they're going to tell a story, how they're going to match, how it's going to bring your picture to life. Things like that will help you, you know, in creating your content. So one of the things that I highly recommend is this little tiny guy here. This remote is a lifesaver. I know that with, you know, iPhones and some phones there is self timers on your phone, but trust me, it is very annoying when you have to take pictures and you're running back and forth between the phone and the place that you want to stand and take your picture. The self timer is good, but it's really, this saves you the time and the energy, honestly. So definitely invest in one of these guys. I hope that these tips and tricks have helped you in one way or the other. And this video is not to say that we shouldn't patronize photographers, okay? Like I said, they have to eat, they have to pay rent, but at the same time, it's not everyone that can afford a photographer, especially when their rates are not cheap, okay? You have to actually save up and be prepared to pay a photographer. And if you're striving to be a content creator, you know that you have to create content consistently. You also have to think about the fact that you're going to be paying this photographer for every shoot session that you have, and so, you know, it's not going to be cheap for you. So you also want to be able to save up for that. So in the time being, in the time that you can't, you know, afford that, definitely learn how to take pictures yourself. I hope that these tips and tricks have helped you. But until you can comfortably afford a photographer, please guys, just go out there and do your thing and learn how to do your thing yourself, and just be encouraged, because people are creating themselves and putting out the best content. I hope that this video encouraged you and just gave you that extra push to do so. But you guys, love you so much. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in my next one.